25 inspiring racism quotes to help fight prejudice and injustice. There is no such thing as race. None. There is just a human race scientifically, anthropologically. Toni Morrison. People who insist on dividing the world into US and then never contemplate that they may be someone else's them. Ray A. Davis. Hating people because of their color is wrong. And it doesn't matter which color does the hating. It's just plain wrong. Muhammad Ali. If you have come to help me, you are wasting your time. But if you recognize that your liberation and mine are bound up together, we can walk together. Lila Watson. In a racist society, it is not enough to be non-racist. We must be anti-racist. Angela Davis. None of US is responsible for the complexion of his skin. This fact of nature offers no clue to the character or quality of the person underneath. Marian Anderson. Accomplishments have no color. Lentine Price. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Harriet Tubman. It is not our differences that divide US. It is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences. Audre Lorde. It belongs to the very substance of nonviolence never to destroy or damage another person's feeling of self-worth, even an opponent's. Bernard Herring. Tolerance, intercultural dialogue, and respect for diversity are more essential than ever in a world where peoples are becoming more and more closely interconnected. Kofi Annan. One day our descendants will think it incredible that we paid so much attention to things like the amount of melanin in our skin, or the shape of our eyes, or our gender, instead of the unique identities of each of US as complex human beings. Franklin Thomas. Prejudice is a burden that confuses the past, threatens the future, and renders the present inaccessible. Maya Angelou. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves. Abraham Lincoln. Racism is man's gravest threat to man, the maximum of hatred for a minimum of reason. Abraham Heschel. Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. Mark Twain. When will our conscience grow so tender that we will act to prevent human misery rather than avenge it? Eleanor Roosevelt. We all live with the objective of being happy. Our lives are all different and yet the same. And Frank. I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless midnight of racism and war that the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood can never become a reality. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word. Martin Luther King, Jr. Whoever debases others is debasing himself. James Baldwin. No matter how big a nation is, it is no stronger than its weakest people, and as long as you keep a person down, racism is a reality that so many of US grow up learning to just deal with. But if we ever hope to move past it, IT can't just be on people of color to deal with it. It's up to all of US black, white, everyone, no matter how well-meaning we think we might be, to do the honest, uncomfortable work of rooting it out. Michelle Obama. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Nelson Mandela. The beauty of anti-racism is that you don't have to pretend to be free of racism to be an anti-racist. Anti-racism is the commitment to fight racism wherever you find it, including in yourself. And it's the only way forward. Igioma Oluo. The most potent weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed.